The foundation for confidence in Olson's herbalism, called Elder Wisdom. So first and foremost, it's going to be kind of philosophy and practice. So philosophically, we always treat the person, not the disease. So right away, that can change your level of confidence, because you know that you're not going to have to know every disease and every herb and everything to know with healing, because you're basically, if you're a healer and your heart is open and you really care and you have some skills, even human skills, then you can be there for somebody. And that's what most of us are by innate. I think the best place to start with getting confidence is learning to learn. You're going to be learning your whole life, and generally speaking, we're not taught in school how to learn. We're taught, but not taught how to learn. I won't go into details now because that's a whole other ball of wax, but there is a learn to learn module in our community. So how to get the confidence for Olson herbalism. And I'm calling it Olson herbalism because I cover certain areas of the subject. So first and foremost is the herbs. So one of the things that you need to do, that almost all teachers I've studied with, is limit the number of herbs to start with. There are hundreds of herbs, and there are millions of websites about herbs. So what you want to do is you want to focus in on a specific number. So focusing in on the herbs is more than just reading about them, but so if you focused every day on one herb, in a month you'd do 30 herbs, and that's too many. I'd say we're going to be around 20, but I'm going to go through what to focus on. But you want to consume them when you can. So you want to make a tea of the herb or some other way while you're studying it. You want to make a medicine if you can with it. You want to attune to it. And if you're good at your tuning, you actually want to become it. You want to become the valerian. You want to become the oak tree. You want to become whatever energy. That's the shamanic teaching of Olson herbalism. So include mushrooms in that, of course. And you want to, realistically, if you want confidence, you want to pick the herbs that are popular. And you want to go to well-known herbalists who use these herbs on a regular basis, because they use them because they work. So use my book. I mean, literally, I have researched those herbs extensively, and I've studied with all the great herbalists, whether it's, Rosemary Gladstar, Susan Weed, Michael Thier, Christopher Hobbs, esoteric people like Rolling Thunder, Ellen White. It's just, I've studied with so many people. So I've given you the essence of most of those herbs and what they're good for. So know that that's really information you can count on. And then you can back that up with some other great herbalists like Rosemary, or like Matthew Wood, or like Christopher Hobbs. And so what do we choose? What I recommend, in the foundational course, we had you go through the body. First of all, you went through herb walks and herbs that nourish and herb gardens, but you want to go back to herbs in the body and the body systems. And you want to get 2 or 3 really popular, good herbs that are known to work for those body systems. So, and then even with the body systems, we want to especially focus on the immune system. If you look at allopathic medicine, you look at Western medicine, there's 2 things that they're always dealing with, that they have conferences on: infection and inflammation. And both of these are relative to the immune system. Circulatory system. Heart disease, heart attack is #1 illness still in North America, male or female. So learn the herbs for the circulatory system. Nervous system. Depression, anxiety, those are all related to the nervous system. The female herbs. Let's look at it. It's all females here today. It's 90% of my clients are females, because it's a more wise woman tradition, especially the way that I teach it is more in the wise woman tradition. So it's around nourishment. I'll talk about that. Okay, next is nutrition. That's what I'm going to talk about now. So with the nutrition, we want to look at the digestive system, because it's not just what you eat, it's what you digest. And so working on somebody's digestive system is going to bring about the kind of changes you're looking for. Because if they don't digest the herbs, then they won't get the benefit of them. So I have a special module on probiotics, because these are very essential for the assimilation of our nutrients. Next is the extracellular matrix. I'm going to go into the extracellular matrix by itself, but suffice it to say that nutrition is about prevention first. Hawthorn berries before a heart attack. St. John's wort before a major depression. Reishi before all the damage wreaked by inflammation. So this is something that I feel we need to continue to educate our students, our families, our clients, is prevention's better than cure. So it's also about repair and regeneration. Fortunately, we have self-healing systems, and they do repair and they do regenerate. Can you imagine we had a body that didn't do that? But we do, and so we have that ability to do that. Again, I'll talk about the matrix in a little bit more detail. I'm going around my mind map. So again, the herbs, you want to have confidence. You really, really, really need to know your source of herbs. You need to know that they're good quality. You need to know that they're grown properly. I really think you need to know that they're ecologically sound. I don't think we can practice medicine anymore if we're not practicing sustainability and ecology. It doesn't make sense to me. And this is a challenge now, as we know, because some wild herbs are being over-harvested. So the best thing is, can you grow them? First and foremost, if you can grow them, fantastic. And if you can't grow them, can you wildcraft them ethically and sustainably? That'd be the next stage. And the third, which is totally fine, is to source them commercially. And so finding out your really good sources so that you know when you're giving something like echinacea to somebody that has staph infection or mono, that you have some echinacea that's really potent and really works, because otherwise it's not going to do any good. Same as St. John's wort. You're treating somebody for depression and the St. John's wort's just mediocre, it's not going to work. It's just not going to work. And I've had experiences with these things, so I know what I'm saying. I'm coming across strong, but that's because I'm trying to imbue confidence in you and let you know that you can get confidence. So again, go back over that. Learn only X number of herbs to start with. Really focus in. We're in the internet of information overload. There is just too much information, and this is not new information. Echinacea was the most popular herb 100 years ago in North America. It's like valerian was used by my ancestors in Sweden for the same thing I'm using it for today. So this is really traditional knowledge. And yes, it's fun and great to look at a little bit of the scientific discoveries, but these things work because they work, and they've worked for a long time. So get your basic herbs, really have them at your fingertips. Know it. If the immune system, know what the herbs you need for the immune system. The circulatory, know your rishis, know your hawthorns, know your St. John's worts, just really, really, really know those herbs. Get confident with them because they work. So don't think about, oh, does this work? It works. Of course, they haven't used echinacea for 100 years because it didn't work. They don't have whole conferences on garlic in the world because it doesn't work. They do, So know that they work, and so get those herbs and have that body of herbal knowledge that you feel really confident about.